have a few quotes about hospitality for you. People will forget what you said, forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. That's from Maya Angelou. Eating and hospitality in general is a communion, and any meal worth attending by yourself is improved by the multiples of those with whom it's shared. Jesse Browner. And best of all, a party without cake is just a meeting. That's from Julia Child. The importance of hospitality is a significant theme in Scripture. And it can be argued that hospitality is a genuine spiritual gift. There are people in our congregations that find great joy in making other people feel welcome. Despite the fact that we all know what it feels like to be welcomed well, the value of hospitality is something that many of us Kiwis have forgotten. This is usually not true, though, of rural Kiwis and people of almost every other culture. Food and drink are an essential part of making people feel welcome, comfortable, and connected. This is true whether we are talking about people hosting others in their homes, churches holding services in church buildings, or friends catching up over a beer or cup of coffee. Put another way, food and drink are social lubricants. For some mysterious reason, they make friendship building happen more easily. However, as we've mentioned in the previous module, making people feel at ease also needs to take the environment seriously. An equation for friendship building would look like this: a neutral or comfortable space plus food or drink equals a space where friendships can easily form. As far as spaces go, your home is the most intimate. There is no better way to get to know someone than by sharing a meal with them in a home. That's the ideal. Used well, your house might be your best asset for hosting and befriending your neighbors. However, joining someone for a meal can be awkward. You'll find people declining your offer if you're still only at the acquaintance stage. If we look again at the previous module's progression, inviting someone for dinner would happen very naturally after several hangouts in third or neutral spaces. I might try and explain how this would work from meeting a fellow dad at an after-school pickup. Hi, fellow dad. My name is Nathan. After several times of regularly encountering this dad in a neutral space, like the school, that might lead to me seeking him out and having conversation around the things that we have in common: kids, home, jobs, whatever. After several conversations like this, a friendship begins to grow. And I might take the opportunity to say, would you like to grab a beer with some friends? Would you like to come for a run with me on Tuesday night? And after several connections like that, a beer, a run, I might invite him for a meal. Which sounds like, we're having lasagna on Thursday night. Would you like to come join us? So as a rule, try inviting a friend for a coffee or beer a couple of times before asking them to dinner. There are a couple of exceptions to this, though. Christians traditionally invited each other over to their homes after church. This might still be a practice in your church, or there might be enough institutional memory in your church for you to start this up again without it feeling too strange. The house party. People will often feel less awkward saying yes to an invitation to your place if they know there will be other people they know there. If you want to get into the habit of hosting meals with your neighbors, consider inviting more than one family at a time. It'll be less awkward that way. Kids. As Guy mentioned in the previous module, having kids gives you permission to do things that would be a little bit unusual for a single person or a couple. Play dates are a great example of this. If you have kids and you're wanting to build relationships with neighbors, get your kids to give you a hand. Generally, kids are far less awkward about building friendships than adults are. You can invite other kids to play in a neutral space like a park or at your home, then take some time to chat with their parents when they come and pick them up. Or even better, Ask the adults to stick around for a beer or coffee. Outdoor space. Alan Briggs, in Staying is the New Going, notes that houses used to be built so that neighbors could chat with each other. Often fences were low enough to talk over, and houses were built with a little patio in the front of them that allowed people to chat easily with neighbors walking down the footpath. These days, though, houses and fences are built with privacy rather than neighborly interaction in mind. This doesn't have to be the case, though. If you create space on your property near the footpath, you'll find people will be far more comfortable joining you in that almost neutral space than actually coming inside your home. Barbecues. Because a barbecue is an outdoor meal, it's informal. Often it's shorter in length and shared with a bigger group of people than a regular meal. All of that means it's a far less intimate space. Summer barbecues are a fantastic way to short-circuit the long process of inviting people for meals.